Hello and good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Back here on YouTube doing another 2024 Big Ten predictions. This time it's the playoff edition, as we have three Big Ten teams playing the college football playoff this weekend out of the four Big Ten teams that made it. As we get into it, after the Big Ten championship, after Oregon and beat Penn State, my personal season record improved to 104-31. And as we get into it today, it's college football playoff edition for the Big Ten predictions. Let's get into it. We all have bowl game predictions as well. Those will be the day before each game, most likely. And then for the playoffs, if the Big Ten teams move on, we'll have the playoff predictions as well, continuing. Not sure how that's going to work out just yet, but I think that's going to be 2 days before the game or 1 day before the game. We'll see. But getting into it today, first game up is tomorrow night. Indiana, 11-1. They're going to Notre Dame to play 11-1 Notre Dame. A game that's going to be tough this weekend. And to me, this is one of the two games in the Big Ten for playoffs this weekend that's going to be tough for Indiana. They're 11-1 coming into Notre Dame, who's also 11-1. Notre Dame, they've had games where this is their first college football playoff appearance for Notre Dame for both teams technically, but for Notre Dame, they have been to the championship games before. They won national titles, but they haven't been able to make it to the college football playoff yet. Being their first one, just like Indiana, being the expanded playoff to 12 teams. I think this is going to be exciting to see for the first playoff game ever tomorrow night. It should be fun to watch overall. On the Notre Dame side, I think it's going to be the environment. They're going to be loud for Indiana. It's going to be tough to get in there, I think. And I see this game happening two ways. Either one, Notre Dame's going to score a lot of points, and Indiana's going to get like less than 10 points, so less than a touchdown, maybe. Or it could be one of those games where, just like the game where Notre Dame lost to NIU this year, it's going to be a game like that where Notre Dame's going to have issues and Indiana's going to have issues. The weather's going to be a factor. It's going to be cold there tomorrow night, I see. And with that being said, I do think it's going to be a tough game for both teams. At the end of the day, though, I think Notre Dame comes away playing at home. I think Notre Dame gets the win here. So give me Notre Dame in the win column to beat Indiana. Unfortunately, we will see how it plays out tomorrow night in the first college football playoff game of the year. First one tomorrow night, with three games being on Saturday as well. Moving on to the next matchup. We just need to switch this helmet around. That's going to be SMU, Southern Methodist ACC team that lost to Clemson and Penn State. This game's going to be another game. Team from Texas, though, SMU coming up. They had a comeback. They were down 24-7 to Clemson, came back, tied it at 31, gave up a field at the last second to lose. In Penn State, though, they lost 45-37 in the Big Ten championship game. A game that was close, a game that was interesting for the Big Ten title. And for Penn State, this game is going to be pretty much their game to lose. And I don't think Penn State's going to lose this one. I think it's going to be Penn State's game to win, though. And I do think Penn State's going to win, and I'll tell you why. Because the weather is on their side. The game time temperature kickoff at 12 p.m. Eastern Time in Happy Valley at Penn State on Saturday is going to be 24 degrees at 12 p.m., which is the ideal factor for Penn State playing at home. A team from Texas and SMU, that's going to be tough to play in a tough weather game at the end of the day, and that's why I think Penn State's going to ultimately come away with a win here and get their first Big Ten win in the expanded 12-team college football playoff. So give me Penn State in this one here on Saturday afternoon/Saturday morning as I take the Penn State Nittany Lions on Saturday. Moving on to the next one. In Columbus, Ohio, under the lights on Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, the Ohio State Buckeyes going up against the Tennessee Volunteers, an SEC opponent. And here's the deal. Ohio State, 10 years ago, 2014, 2015, won the first ever college football playoff in 2014, 2015, going into it almost 10 years ago. And that was a pretty good performance. They beat Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. They beat Oregon in the national title game in Dallas. And just to think about it this year going into it, with the expanded 12-team playoff, is it going to be one of those games? Is it going to be one of those years where the Big Ten wins again? Last year, in the last first college football playoff ever, Ohio State won. Then we had the SEC, Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, the other three teams that have won titles multiple times in a row for each team. And then last year, we had Michigan win it out of the Big Ten to finish off the 4-team format. Is the 12-team format going to be the same where the Big Ten wins the first one ever? I don't know. But I do think this game is going to be the other tough game in the Big Ten side. Like I said with Notre Dame and Indiana, but did predict Notre Dame. But for this game, Ohio State, Tennessee. Tennessee is going to be one of those teams. They know how to play. They've beaten teams like Alabama at home. They've also beaten other teams as well this year. But with the two teams that have 2 losses apiece, this is going to be one of the tougher games to predict. And unfortunately, this might be one of the games that I have issues with predicting, and I'm going to say that right now. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm not sure how this game's going to play out. It should be one of those games that should play out pretty well for Ohio State on their side. But for Tennessee, being a road team out of the SEC, it's going to be a tough environment in Columbus. It's going to be loud, and it's going to be a fun game to watch. I think this game's going to be one of the closer games this weekend in the playoff. We will see, though, how that happens. At the end of the day, though, I do see Tennessee pulling away with a road win in Columbus on Saturday night, surprisingly. I see the Tennessee Volunteers moving on to the Rose Bowl to play Oregon on New Year's Day. That's what I think with this one. At the end of the night, that being said, hope you enjoyed the 2024 Big Ten prediction playoff version. And with that being said, I will see you right back here tomorrow for my 2024 Bowman Chrome University College Football Playoff Pack opening video. I'll be doing that tomorrow and Saturday. And also throughout the playoffs every day, the playoffs are happening. And then bowl games for Big Ten, I'll start doing those when we know when the day before each game. So I think the first one is going to be Christmas Day I'll be doing, because the first bowl game is the day after Christmas, if I remember correctly. So hit the notification button so you know. With that being said, have a good day, stay safe, and peace out. I'll see you right back here in the next Big Ten prediction video for the bowl game Christmas Day, which I'll predict the game for. That's on the 26th. See you then. Hope everyone enjoys. Please remember to watch, like, subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends as well to do the same. That being said, have a good day. Stay safe and peace out. And I'll see you next time, everyone. Bye for now. Peace out, everyone. Stay safe out there. See ya.